Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Remember Rosie Rios, who's on the Ripple board? Remember this lady right here? Who's her name, if you look at your dollars, her name, she was the signature on a lot of your dollars. Listen to this.
For those of you who don't know, the next gen $100 note is the last denomination of that particular family of notes. We're working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job. We're working on the future generation of currency. So that is my other job.
Okay, moving along. Now, Blockworks tweeted this out. JP Morgan, Bitcoin to reach $150,000. NFTs will dominate digital assets. Metaverse is a $1 trillion market opportunity. Staking could be $40 billion industry by 2025. Well, JP Morgan, this is not possible because Gary Gensler said it's a security. He said that staking, which is earning interest, falls very clearly under securities laws. And I know your affiliation with Ethereum and all, but he says you can't do that unless you come under securities laws. We've got him on video saying it. Now, Stefan Huber put this out. So many questions. How do I find all this stuff? Guys, today I give you my treasure chest. Enjoy. I know you imagine both Bond and his villain to be smarter. Joseph Lubin, who I think likes to see himself talk, likes to hear himself talk through his teeth, he's got his own Consensus's website. He's got Joe Lubin's media library. You can actually go through the media library and you can watch all the videos you want. He's got them right there for you. Just like any good egomaniac would, just have their own media library. Now, Ripple, I put this out. I thought Gary Gensler was going to take down all those DeFi sites. Maybe just a couple that don't get along with Jamie Dimon's plans. JP Morgan says Ethereum upgrades could jumpstart $40 billion staking industry. You cannot do that. Gary Gensler said you can't do that. JP Morgan, I don't know what you're thinking, but unless you're somehow friends with Gary Gensler, he said you cannot stake crypto because that falls under securities laws. So you're going to have to, Jamie Dimon, if that's what you're into, you're going to have to go in, you're going to have to come in to see Gary, and you're going to have to sit down and talk about it, right? Isn't that how this is supposed to work? That's what he told us. Then we got this. JP Morgan CEO held secret meetings with Coinbase CEO. Now, this is pretty interesting. It will be interesting to see, if anything, what comes out of this, because we would love to know that. Okay, now, then there's this. This guy tweeted this out. He says, this chick is a marketing genius. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play enough of it for you to get the gist of it. Then I'm going to show you something interesting.
Who do you think runs the world? Girls! No, not even close. Since the 1970s, two corporations have gobbled up most of the Earth's companies. Vanguard and BlackRock. And you might be like, Tony, that's ridiculous. I go to stores all the time and I see competing brands everywhere. The market has genuine competition because I can buy this or that, or this or that. But all publicly traded companies have boards where the largest shareholders make the decisions. So when we investigate who are the largest shareholders of all these companies, the same two companies keep coming up. Vanguard and BlackRock.
Alright, I'll stop right there because she's right, and I love the creative way that she told you. Well, what have I said? What have I been telling you on this channel for years now? My father, who is the official father of the Digital Asset Investor channel, told me a long time ago. When I was first started talking to him about crypto and XRP and all these different things, he said nothing happens in finance without JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. So go look at those. So we did look at those. I'm going to look at them right now. Top 10 owners of JP Morgan Chase and Company, the Vanguard Group, SGA Funds Management, which is State Street, and BlackRock. Well, what about Goldman Sachs? Top 10 owners of Goldman Sachs, the Vanguard Group, State Street, BlackRock. Just a coincidence, huh? Remember how I've been complaining on this channel for literally years now about how I don't understand why is CNBC, every time the subject of crypto comes up, they talk about these two digital assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum, that are both proof of work. And as we know on this channel, proof of work does not work. That's not my quote. That's Ryan Zagone's quote, who used to work for Ripple. And he's right, because these two don't work. And so I've always scratched my head. Why does CNBC? It's just beating everybody over the head. Bitcoin, Ethereum, when they don't work. Well, I just decided I would go to the JP Morgan Board of Directors page and just look at who's on the board. This guy right here, his name is Stephen Burke. Stephen Burke is a senior advisor of Comcast Corporation. He was chairman of NBC Universal LLC, one of the U.S.'s leading providers of entertainment. He was CEO and president of NBC Universal and NBC Universal Media. Chief Operating Officer of Comcast Corporation from 2004 to 2011, and President of Comcast Cable Communications from 98 to 2010. This man is NBC Universal and Comcast, which makes this just a coincidence. Owner, NBC Universal News Group. Parent, NBC Universal Comcast of CNBC. So all those times that you were wondering why Jim Cramer would not ever speak out of turn, why Andrew Ross Sorkin toes the line, why they would have Jay Clayton, instead of asking him questions, they would have him on to let him be a commentator. These are all coincidences. I just wanted to make you aware. There's a lot of crazy coincidences in life. This made me laugh out loud today, so I needed to show you this. Centralization, and that's a picture of Jamie Dimon. Decentralization, he's got a disguise on. The Great Reset. Sophisticated traders appear to be wagering that recent pain in Ether might worsen. That's because sophisticated traders know that the gig's up, folks. 22 seconds from JVXRP. 22 seconds on why JP Morgan hates Ripple.
People pushing and also a lot of money attached to those settlements.
For sure. So we have over 100 banks working with Ripple today around the world. I think the vast majority of banks, like 99.9% of banks, actually are paying other banks, the kind of the global money center banks like JP Morgan or Citibank, to make those settlements. So a lot of the banks are very excited about democratizing how these global payments flow. Alright, there's that, and then there's this one. If I can hit the refresh button, this is also from JV. Actually for somebody else? Is it for the institutions, do you think? Well, would you prefer to say for them? Many industries are, let's choose a commodity like gold, let's choose a commodity like oil. Speculators are part of those ecosystems. They're an important part because they're providing liquidity to those ecosystems. So many industries have speculators that participate. Ripple is focused on how do we focus on, or how do we enable a institutional use case. Yeah. We aren't trying to, I actually was quoted publicly saying I cringe when people talk about promoting a digital asset. Ripple never tries to promote XRP as a digital asset. We try to demonstrate its usefulness in product flows and solving a real problem. But you're in an organization, I think, where a lot of founders have a lot of XRP. There's a lot of potential for conflict and that sort of thing. Your clients are the banks. How do you get them comfortable with the idea that, like, you hold a lot of XRP and that XRP's price isn't going to be volatile, that there's not going to be any compliance challenges coming down the road? How do you get them there? Well, the first thought is, in terms of the potential conflicts you described, that assumes that we actually can control the price of XRP, which I would say we can't. If you were to dump a lot of it on the market, though. Yeah, we actually now, as I think you probably know, we're tied up in escrow, so we really can't even do that. But it's important, I think, for any healthy market to not have a player controlling the market. And I made a comment that not a... I'll stop there and ask you a basic question. Who are the Ethereum disguised whales? Now, for years now, this has been the criticism of Ripple. For years. Oh, well, you own most of the XRP, but nobody has ever, to this day, nobody knows who those Ethereum whales that Joseph Lubin was helping disguise, who are they? How can you not put a microphone under this guy's face and under everybody involved in Ethereum? How can you not put a microphone under their nose and say, wait a minute, until you guys show us who those Ethereum whales are and show us who bought the Ethereum in that thing, there's no way to know who controls what. Because they said, Joseph Lubin himself said that you could buy in multiple identities. All you have to do is have an email address, is what he said. We're going to get to this. This thing's falling apart, folks. Look at this. Hearing multiple rumors of another class action forming from 1,000 plus ex-employees that don't have the consensus equity they were promised. Alright, now, right here, folks. Remember this guy yesterday? We played the video where this guy apparently is heading up this lawsuit against Consensus. His name is Arthur Falls. Well, I made Arthur Falls, I wanted to make sure he understood that I know a few thousand people who have evidence for your fight right here. I'll start with John Deaton. I gave him John Deaton's library. I'm sure if I hit the refresh, some other people have, let's see, we'll see some more people. They'll start dropping in some information for this guy. But I wanted to show you who this guy was. His name is Arthur Falls, okay? And he's a computer numerologist. If you go down, he was the director of media for Consensus from February 2016 to September 2017, okay? Now, here's what's interesting. If you go to his Twitter feed, it's at Arthur Falls. He's obviously he's not like an I think he's a pro Ethereum guy, whatever they want to call it, decentralized finance. What's interesting is when you go to what he likes, because this is where you see this house of cards coming down, folks. First of all, he liked the video there that he was in yesterday. He liked that thing I showed you a minute ago where there's multiple rumors of another class action, okay? There's him in the news, and then he says he's liking this one. This is a guy, a girl tweeting this. If true, this seems like a really, really bad look for the Ethereum ecosystem. As you keep going down, look at this. This person right here. My God, Ethereum is shady, and he likes this. And then down here, Ethereum equals house of cards that Ethereum Joseph built.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.